So Guy Rigoni, recruited from Middleford this year. He's had a tremendous season, Marcus.
He has had a tremendous season. I think he'd be second or even first in our total possession winners.
And he's a thumping kick, isn't he?
He is. He can kick the ball 60 metres, 70 metres, Guy Rigoni. He played in the country last year, so he's been out of it.
So Lawrence goes short, puts Champion under a lot of pressure. The tackler was Lyon. Coming in is Neitz. Lyon working hard. 35 metres out from the Demons' goal. Neitz gives it across to the Wizards. Should kick a goal and does.
He's good at that, Jeff Farmer.
The aggressive start here by Melbourne. Gary Lyon has applied a fair bit of pressure down on that forward line, and we've seen a number of turnovers, and then Jeff Farmer doing what he does best, and that is mopping up and kicking a pretty good goal to start Melbourne on their way.
Jeff Farmer, very vital to the Melbourne side. He's been down a bit in recent weeks.
With a fly to the ball, can't quite get it, was Scott. Squeezed up on the boundary line around the corner, and Woden takes the grab.
Kev, moments ago, Brisbane Lions made an interchange. Matthew Clark off for Darryl White.
So Matthew Clark having a bit of a breather. As Matthew Phoebe kicks down towards Neitz. Got it. Couldn't take it on the second grab. Kennedy, the tackler, drives him into the ground. Melbourne fans want a free kick. There's some heavy body work by Viney. Two old stages combined. Back to Steins, finds Cowell, who's got pace. Runs through the centre square out in front. Here's a chance for the Wizard to show his wares. Lawrence is tough customer, crashes into Farmer and gives away the free kick. Now the advantage is paid. Farmer's going to run into the open goal, 35 metres out, bangs it through.
Well, it's been a pretty fair exhibition of goal sneak or goal kicking by Jeff Farmer at the present time, and by Melbourne. And Marcus, when you're a defender, you just can't go to ground.
No, that's right. You've got to keep your feet. And here, Jeff, kept his feet, was able to recover on the ball, and he's kicked a beautiful goal. It's good to see also David Swartz pick up a few early touches, and interesting to see Shane Woden on Justin Leppich.
Back to Lawrence. He gave him the original kick. It's on centre wing. It's a one-on-one contest. Rigoni did very well. To Tingay. Oh, that's excellent disposal also. Lyon presented himself at half forward. Then spots Farmer. Oh, free kick. Free kick to Farmer. Lawrence doesn't like it, but Johnny Russo, did you get a good look at that one?
Yes, I did, Peter. I mean, there's no doubt when Farmer's perched under the footy waiting for the mark and Lawrence comes in from the front, it's got to be a free kick. And now Lawrence has mouthed off, so he's going to cop the 50 as well. And look, I used to get frustrated when I was playing footy, but you just can't afford to let your teammates down by being that undisciplined. And you've given Farmer a gimme now, whereas at least before he may not have kicked it, but now he certainly will.
Jeffrey Farmer will be kicking for goal number 3 from in the square, and he puts it through.
Yes, you can't afford to become frustrated as Stephen Lawrence was then. He's a very good player, Stephen Lawrence, and plays with tremendous passion and a great deal of heart. And he's under a lot of pressure today simply because the ball keeps coming down there. He's had 13 possessions and 7 marks. So he's under a lot of pressure, and when his opponent takes a mark, he gives away becoming frustrated, and really he's just got to have a bit more composure than that, Jared.
Yeah, for him, because he did spoil the... No excuse for the 50.
So there's Jeff Farmer on screen. He's booted 3 goals, 2 in the first quarter, and now 1 in the third.
So McDonald, Anthony McDonald, bending it back to centre wing. Guy Rigoni. Thumping kick again to Farmer. That's good. That might be 50. This could be 50 because Farmer...
I think it will be, Pete, because I mean, Farmer's taken the mark and then taken to the ground after the mark has been taken, and that's the exact situation that the 50-metre penalty was brought in to prevent. And for players not to be aware of the fact that that will result in a 50. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Lawrence on the mark again, is it?
No,
Richard Champion's done the damage, but that's exactly what the 50 was introduced for.
He thought he knew he was going to give off a hand pass. Now Farmer has kicked 3, and he's asking the umpire where the mark is. As Neitz comes off and Robertson on for Melbourne to the roars of the Melbourne supporters, Jeffrey Farmer goes back and kicks his fourth.
Well, completely undisciplined play there by Richard Champion. He's a very experienced player now, and it's not much point speaking to the umpire. We all know the rules. Once someone has taken a mark, all you can do is hold him till the umpire says come back, or you can stand on the mark. But you can't throw the player to the ground or manhandle him. And Richard Champion should know that, and I'm certain he does. So Roger Merritt, I think, would be absolutely frustrated and annoyed. They've had 3 50-metre penalties now that have cost them goals.
And just in case you didn't know, Vince Sersha was there explaining it to him.
Yeah, I think our style is, you know, we really like to run the ball and get it as close as we can to the forward zone, but once we get it in the areas to kick the ball to, obviously with Schwartz, Neitz, line there, we've really got to set the ball up, and as we see here now, Jeff Farmer just roving a goal, beautiful on the right foot.
Well called, Marcus, because he's just booted his 5th goal, and Lawrence, of course, went up from behind, but just didn't get his fist to the ball. And if you're going to leave someone like Jeff Farmer on the ground, you've got to make certain you make contact. But Melbourne ringing the changes now, Gerard.
Yeah, Gary Lyon coming off the ground. They're just trying to give them all the rest. But KP, you're a master at this, leading your man to the contest and then ducking back to the goal.
Well,
classic
that's one of the things a small, smart rover will do.
Exactly right. I guess that's a calculated risk that Neil Denner would be taking, KB, by rotating his key forwards off. He knows that their scoring power would probably diminish somewhat, but he's probably thinking he needs to keep them fresh also for the end of the year.
The quick kick out of that pack lands with Farmer. And Farmer will kick for goal and will kick for his 6th of the game. Almost directly in front.
Yes, well, I'm sure, Peter, if you had said Jeff Farmer had kicked 6 goals by the end of the game, you would have been pretty happy with that return. As he comes in now, oh, he's kicked that nicely, Jeff.
Yes, beautiful kick. Goal number 6 for the Wizard.
.24 goals for the season to number 33, Jeff Farmer. See here this quick kick around the corner, and the ball will always drop short when a player kicks around the corner. You can't get distance, and it's a smart player who plays in front.